Today we're taking a look at a very exciting, cool new pedal from Strymon, the Zelzah Multidimensional Phaser. I'm a big fan of this pedal. Stick around. How's it going, guys? This is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested, click the link below to become an insider on Patreon. So like I said, obviously we're big fans of Strymon here at Alamo Music. I got the shirt on. This is courtesy of our friends over there, specifically Johnny from Strymon. Thank you for sending us the shirts. You can't see it, but everybody behind the camera as well is wearing a Strymon shirt right now. It was like, not communicated, but like everybody in our staff today wore the Strymon shirt. So, you got to do a little demo of the new pedal. And I've been excited for this since I saw it announced, and we finally got them in. And it does not disappoint. This is like I said, the Zelzah Multidimensional Phaser. And, I'm a big fan of phase shift on my pedal board. I have a Boss PH3. That might change now because this really just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. And this is much more than just a phaser. So I'm going to tell you what I know about the pedal. Obviously, if you want to know more from the source, you want to get into the complex circuitry, all that kind of stuff, Strymon makes incredible content over on their channel. But I'll kind of give you my first impressions. I've played with this thing all week, and it really covers all the bases from phase and flange to a little bit of chorus. Envelope filter, kind of an Ottawa kind of thing. Not Ottawa, even though, like, if you're watching up in Canada, how's it going, guys? No, automatic wah. Ottawa. But yeah, this is really cool. So over on the left side, this is a dual pedal. So on the left side, you got your classic 4-stage phaser, and you have 3 sweep presets. So your classic is going to be that triangle wave, nice kind of LFO phaser sort of thing. Just very classic sound, what you expect when you kick a phaser on. Right in the middle, you got the barber setting. And I think it's cool, Strymon often uses nice visual language to describe their presets. It's seen on everything, especially think about like the timeline, stuff like that with a lot of presets. It's nice to have sort of a nice descriptor. The barber is meant to represent like a barber's pole. So it's this nice continuous, very swirly, rise and fall, very pretty sound. And just, again, it's multi-dimensional, all right? So it adds a whole new dimension to the phase. And then when you go all the way down on that sweep preset button, it's your envelope filter, ENV on here, but it's the envelope filter. So this is a very dynamically driven attack-based thing. The harder you drive in on your guitar, it gives you those nice, attack response type things that you would expect from something like an envelope filter or an auto wah kind of pedal. Your knobs on here are pretty standard for a phaser. You got your speed, so when you're in the classic or barber settings, the speed of how fast you're going through that phase kind of wave. Your mix button, your mix knob and your depth knob. So you can really carve out some really very, very pretty classic phase sounds with these presets. You can really customize them to the tempo of your song or how psychedelic you want to get. Really deep, just something maybe just a lot more subtle, nice, sort of spectrum of sounds that you can get there. On the right side is their 6-stage phaser, which adds a whole new dimension to things. But your toggle over here is resonance, so you can turn the resonance off. You can have mild resonance or strong resonance. And I kind of think about this through the lens of, I've been playing with a lot of synthesizers recently. Our boss over here, Zach, has got the synth channel. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. But I really like playing around with the filters and the resonance on synthesizers. That's kind of how I approach this over here. But your voice knob is really what makes this 6-stage side very interesting to me. If you're all the way to the left, you got your nice kind of phasey, subtle sounds. It's really hard to describe, but you'll hear it in the demos. As you work clockwise over here, it turns into this very interesting almost chorus-like flangey tone. So just really interesting sounds that you would not get from any other run-of-the-mill phase pedal. What I'm going to be doing on the demos is you'll just see the pedal. I'm off to the side. Rest assured, it's me. I'm playing on an American Pro 2 Stratocaster because obviously, like a lot of people, I think about classic 70s, maybe David Gilmour with some phase tones, nice Stratocaster. And I'm messing around with the pickups, but for the most part, sticking in position 4 on the Stratocaster. My favorite position, you'll hear the dry tone first. I'll kick on the 4-stage side, work through the presets. You'll see me turning knobs and just kind of messing with it, getting sounds that I like. And then I'll switch from the 4-stage to the 6-stage. You'll hear that voice knob really in action, see all the nice spectrum of sounds that gives you. And then, you know, you got to kick them both on. And layering these sounds is when it opens up this whole very beautiful kind of new sound to me. So you can get anything from very classic 70s phase sounds to very progressive, really nice, new dynamic tones. Really sweet pedal. I forgot to mention, on your input side, you can run in, and then there's a stereo out. I'm just playing mono because I'm going through the Hot Rod Deluxe. EQ's over here, very flat, a little bit of reverb. You can plug in an expression pedal, and you can plug in a USB. So very, very versatile pedal. Check out the demos. I hope you enjoy it. It's very fun to play with. Hopefully that comes across. Strymon Zelzah. So there you have it. There's a very brief look into just a small amount of the vast possibilities that the Strymon Zelzah gives you. I played in so many different dimensions there. I actually willed this sign into existence. I don't know, I guess that we're now Strymon dealers or something. So you can get any Strymon pedal that you could possibly want here at Alamo Music. But I will say that, you know, we've had Strymon for several months now. They have long been one of our favorite, you know, just musical gear brands in general. We have admired these pedals for quite a long time. So it's this huge honor for us to be able to carry them in store and build this relationship with the company. And I thought their current lineup that they had prior to this was this beautifully fleshed out. Everything was perfect. They had everything I could want. And I didn't even imagine that they could come out with this. I mean, there was not a ton of hype around this. I don't think it kind of popped up on my feed. And very quickly I was like, we got to get these in. But this is like something way out of left field. It's a fantastic pedal. And now I'm just thinking of all the possibilities of what they could throw at us next. But yeah, they're just a really, really cool company. All the different sounds that you can get off of here. There's not a bad sound that it makes. But I really like how subtle it can be and then how vast and crazy it can be. I'd love to play with this with the stereo setup and see all the kind of movement that you can get out of it. I would also like to compare this to other, you know, comparable phasers out there. We do carry a few different ones here in the store. Like I said, I have a PH3 on my board, but a lot of times customers will come in, they'll wonder, you know, because we have this Strymon display, hence the sign. It's from over on our sales floor. But we have the Strymon display. We like to draw attention to these because they're really special pieces of gear that you can add to your board. The question a lot of times is why spend significantly more, you know, is it worth it? And when it comes down to it, it is. But you really see that when you put this head to head with other pedals that, you know, a lot of people have. There's some pedals from Fender that are along the same lines of Strymon. They try and make them very versatile and very customizable pedals. They have one called the Lost Highway phaser that I'd like to put this one up against and just try to go feature for feature. So if you're interested in something like that, let us know, because I would love to do something like that. I'd like to compare all these Strymon pedals to all their competitors because there's yet to be one that I think loses out. But the Zelzah has lived up to the hype that I built for myself around this pedal. I've had a really fun time playing with it, and I think that there's a whole, you know, giant world out there that this could be applied to. It doesn't just have to be psychedelic music or rock music. I mean, putting this on a synth, putting it on other instruments, their pedals are great for that, but just pairing with other things in their line, I think this is going to be a great mainstay for their product line moving forward. And if you want to learn more about it, we have all the specs on our website. You can check it out there. But I would highly recommend, if you can, come into the store and try it out, because just hearing it in person, hopefully it comes across in the video. It's very inspiring to play with. The voice knob over here, I think, is the game changer. And, you know, most other phasers out there are not one-trick ponies, but that's kind of the thing. You know, how many times are you going to use this in a set if you're not playing in like a Tame Impala cover band? And this has enough extra features to where it could be applied in different ways that aren't just a classic sweep. Envelope filter is awesome. I really like that on here. And just, you know, it's nice to get different flangey or chorusy type things. That's why I really like the Deco, that tape double tracker that I've talked about a lot on this channel, because it's got other features in it. It's not a one-trick pony, and none of their pedals really are. So check out the Zelzah. It's very, very inspiring and cool. It's on our website, alamomusic.com. And let us know what you think. You know, comment below, tell us what phasers you like. If you've tried this, tell us how you think it stacks up against other phasers. And please subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of cool stuff coming your way. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you next time.